back to the Healing Circle. I am super, super excited to be here. I'll give a few minutes. I just wanted to stop by. Won't keep you guys for too long. But want to introduce myself, introduce kind of what we're talking about over the next couple of weeks, and get into a topic that I think is super important that I've found I've been talking about a lot with clients lately. So I'll give it just a few moments if anyone wants to join in, and then we will go ahead and get started. All right. Well, okay, so my name is Trinity Ash. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I have the pleasure of being one of the clinicians at VisionWorks Counseling and Coaching, which has been an incredible opportunity. And as you know, when we come in here to the Healing Circle, we're going to talk about some really good and important topics. So as we've been talking through our supervision and just in some of our meetings, we've come across a lot of clients who are navigating through not just childhood ADHD, but also adulthood ADHD. And a lot of clients who are being newly diagnosed, and they're kind of trying to understand, what does this mean for my life, and what areas of my life can I make some changes to kind of help and support some of this. So that is what we're going to be talking about over the next couple of weeks. You are going to get an opportunity to meet multiple different clinicians. I think almost all of us actually will have a week in the Healing Circle. We'll be here at 12 o'clock on Tuesdays to talk about just different topics and different aspects of adult ADHD, and some tips and tricks, some support that we can help provide for you. So if there's any questions, any thoughts, comments, please put that in the comments. We would love to hear from you. We would love to hear some different topics that are important to you. We've got a great set of topics over the next couple of weeks that I think will kind of really encompass just about all of our different kind of senses of self, all of our different aspects when it comes to adult ADHD. So I'm really excited for this series. It's something that I'm passionate about, something that I love working with clients with. So I want to dive in to my topic for today, which is talking about routine, and how routine can really kind of help us structure our lives and help when navigating adult ADHD. So I've met some clients who routine is their best friend, and other clients who they're like, oh, routine. That sounds terrible. So I'm going to talk about both sides of that in just a little bit. But I want to go into just 3 different things that I think are really important to consider when it comes to building a routine, and why they're important for clients, specifically those with ADHD brains. So the first thing is that a routine really helps our brain know what to do at any given moment. So it helps our brain wake up when it's supposed to wake up. It helps our brain be alert when it's supposed to be alert. And it also helps our brain rest when it's supposed to rest. I don't know about you guys, but at the end of the day, sometimes it just takes a while to quiet the noise and quiet your brain of all the things that have gone on in the day. And for those with an ADHD style brain, it can be even more difficult to kind of bring down the noise, quiet the noise, and actually get your brain in a space where it is ready to rest. So some things that can help with that, some things that I would add into your routine, is starting your morning off with exercise, meditation, journaling, something to kind of wake up and center your mind is really important. Exercise is a great thing. It just really gets all those great hormones going, the dopamine, the serotonin, all of those things, which are great for our brains to kind of help us get the day going. If you're a person who's like, I'm not an exerciser, I'm not a morning exerciser, doing some sort of meditation, devotion, journaling, anything like that to kind of get ourselves up and get us going is our cue to our brain, like, hey, we're starting the day, we're getting some things going. Secondly, eat breakfast. Oh my goodness, eating breakfast is so important, particularly a high protein breakfast. That is going to be the best for those with ADHD brains. You want to have breakfast. I know it's like the easiest meal to skip in the day, but I promise you, you want to eat breakfast. A high protein breakfast to kind of get your brain up, going, alive, alert. Also, taking some time to just kind of observe your day and observe your week and observing your best brain hours, right? So I have some clients who come in and say, I am just like solid in the mornings. Like in the mornings is my best time. I can get things done. I'm more focused. And then as I go into the afternoon, I start to kind of drift. Or people who are vice versa, who's like, I am a slow starter, but once I get into the afternoon, once I've done a couple of things, I can kind of get going. So you want to observe your best brain hours and figure out, okay, what are the important things that I need to do in the day, and schedule that for your best brain hours, right? So making sure that we have some sort of way to say, okay, I know that I'm really solid between 10 and 12 o'clock, like right before lunch. So I have this really important thing to do for work, or I have this task that I need to complete. So I'm going to make sure that I want to schedule that between 10 and 12 o'clock in the day. Also having a nighttime routine to kind of help your brain shut down. So taking a shower at night, or having a skincare routine, or limiting screen time as well is super helpful to kind of bring your brain down. I always tell my clients, leave the bed for sleep. Leave it for sleep. We don't want to be working in the bed, doing things in the bed. We really want our brain to know that when we're in the bed, this is a time of rest, this is a time of relaxation. And if we're doing our whole life sitting in the bed, then our brain doesn't really get those cues. So having these kind of little things to add into your routine can be really important. Now, I hear you, those who are maybe like having a calendar, having a routine, I just don't really like it, it's not fun or anything like that, which I completely understand. I think it's best when we have a balance of routine and spontaneity, right? We can't just be so rigid that our day looks the same, it becomes monotonous. You start operating in a mindless manner, like you're not really mindful of what's happening or what you're doing, and we don't want to operate in that way. We want to have some flexibility and some spontaneity in our life, right? So we want to have some excitement, some free space in our day. We want to structure our day so maybe we get the important things done first. So if something comes up, we can go, right? There's nothing that ruins like a dinner with friends or going out to a fun event more than having something in the back of your mind like, oh, like when I get home, I have this assignment that I have to do, or I have this thing for work that I have to do that I didn't finish, right? We want to be able to fully enjoy when we're having fun. And the best way to do that is to be able to be mindful when we're working and be mindful when we're having fun, right? So sometimes building a routine helps us create more space for spontaneity. So on a Saturday night, if your girls call you up and say, hey, we're ready to go, we want to go out to eat, we're going. We're headed out to eat, and I can do that guilt-free. And the last thing that I want to just highlight is that when we are working and building a routine, sometimes we put too much in our routine, or we put too many expectations on ourselves of all the things that we're going to accomplish in a day, right? And we really need to be realistic, have some grace, understand what is my biggest or what is my best capacity, right? And so to do that, I encourage clients to say, hey, pick one thing each day that says, okay, if I get this one thing done, then I'm being productive. then I have accomplished something today. I have moved myself forward in some form or fashion. And when we get that one thing done, check, the day's successful, right? There might be some other things that slip through the cracks. There might be some other things that we wanted to look at, wanted to do. On those, I'm going to give myself grace, and I'm simply going to ask myself, when can I reschedule? When can I reschedule these things that I need to get done? But I did get that one thing done today. Because what that does, it gives us that that sense of accomplishment, that serotonin boost of like, hey, I completed something today. And then we wake up the next day and said, I did that tomorrow. I did that yesterday, so what's my one thing today? And we kind of build on this like compounding interest where we start to be able to say, okay, I can accomplish things, I can achieve things, and have some confidence in that. So we don't want to go overboard, right, and say, I'm going to clean my house, I'm going to, mow the lawn, I'm going to do all these things in the same day. Because that oftentimes isn't realistic. And it just leaves us feeling discouraged, leaves us feeling like we didn't get things done, leaves us feeling disappointed. So we want to set ourselves up for success. The key is to work smarter, not harder. Figure out what works for your brain. If there's shortcuts to take them, right? I tell people all the time, if you can fit in your budget to buy plasticware and plastic forks and plastic cups, buy them so you have less dishes, right? If you know that dishes are one of those things that just piles up for you and is a pain. So finding those little things to kind of help with your routine to leave some space for the spontaneity, leave some space for the fun. So super excited to be able to do this with you guys today and just kind of share these couple of tips and tricks. If there are any thoughts, questions, comments, please feel free to leave them in the chat or leave them in the comments of this video. At VisionWorks, we would love to hear from you. If you are someone who is managing adult ADHD or have questions as if you have it, or just want some tips as to how to support, please give us a call. One of our clinicians would love to work with you, and we're super excited to be on this series. So please just remember, on Tuesdays at 12 o'clock, excuse me, at 12 o'clock, we will be here and we will be sharing different things, different topics on adult ADHD. So we're really excited, and thank you guys so much for joining, and talk to you soon.